So, it's fucking dark out. You can't see much. What do? I got some regular headlights and high beams and all that good stuff, and I figured out a way to mess with my light stalk so I can have the high beams and low beams on at the same time, and they're nice, they're cool. But, you know, every now and then I wish I had some more power, you know, something that really lights up the night, shows you what the hell's going on. So, looks like we're going back to Chinatown for one of these. This right here is an LED light bar. And it's a lot cheaper than what you'll find on popular sites like Quadratech and whatnot, where they want, like, you know, over $1,000 for a good sized light bar that's decent. This one right here ran me $160 and 60 shipping. So, even with the shipping, that outbeats the price dramatically. Anywhere from 6 to 10 times cheaper than America brands. And the only downside to these light bars is that they're not very waterproof. Get yourself a little tube of silicone, have fun on the seals. That's about it. So, this comes with a whole bunch of nothing. You have positive wire and negative wire, and that's it. No wiring harness, no connector, just bare basics. So, we're going to get a little creative and make our own damn shit. But, it did come with brackets. It has two bracket styles. You got a long one and a short one. I'll show you what the short one looks like. I should also mention this light bar here is 250 watts. And I don't know how many LEDs are in there. Looks like a lot. But they're 5-watt Cree LEDs. It's got a dual pattern on it, so it has a spot in the middle and then flood on the end. So it is 250 watts with 5 watts each. So that's 50 LEDs. Here's the other two brackets that it comes with. It comes with these little tiny ones. If you have like a perfectly flat surface you're mounting to, these are perfect because they give you a nice low profile. And you can mount them this way or flip them around, mount them the other way or whatever. And they come with some hardware, just some Allen keys to bolt everything together, and you got washers and nuts and all that good stuff. So it does come with mounting hardware, which is cool. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is where I'm planning on mounting mine, just right on the roof. And it's not all the way towards the front. There's a little bit of a gap. I think the gap looks kind of nice. You don't need it all the way up there. But this is a 50-inch light bar, so this covers the entire roof from tip to tip. They also make 40-inch versions, which might be a little easier to mount. That way you don't have these goofy ends like sticking up in the air, kind of. But yeah, this thing's pretty fucking bright. Let me hook up some jumper cables and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so for fair test purposes, I have the engine running, so the alternator is having these headlights put out the full 13.8, 14 volts. So, only this high beam works. So, you have 2 low beams and 1 high beam. So, let me show you the difference with the light bar on. There you go. That's a good comparison right there. The other cool thing with LEDs is this light bar right here can run off of anywhere from 9 volts to 30 volts, and it doesn't dim with the battery off, or, you know, the engine not running. So, yeah, thing's pretty fucking bright. Yeah, let me just... Oh my god. Holy crap. So you can kind of see right there in the middle of the spot. It's real bright and focused in the outest fog. My god, is that bright. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this, so I'm excited to hook this up, but yeah, that. Alright, so I'm getting ready to figure out drilling holes into the roof. So I've got my brackets bent to how I need them. They're both bent at a 15-degree angle so that they will match the roof line. And I'm debating if I feel like taking out the whole headliner just to drill these holes. I kind of just want to drill through the headliner and say fuck it, but So, started drilling my hole right there, and the entire bit goes all the way in there. And I'm like, where's the hole at? So I took the trim panel off, and there it is, right there. Damn near perfect, because that way it'll hide right under the plastic, which is cool. That way I don't have to go into the headliner. But what's not cool is because it has to go through the entire freaking A-pillar. That hole's rather long, so I can't actually see the bolt. So I think I'm gonna have to get new bolts that'll fit. But that's where it comes out, so that's cool. That means I don't have to take everything apart, because that would take forever. Alright, both holes are drilled now. And they come out right there. I had to drill this one from the bottom first. I broke my first drill bit because it kept sliding down this ridge, and I guess it finally snapped it. So there's half a drill bit somewhere inside my body, and I don't know if I can ever get that out, but oh well. I need to get longer screws for sure. We're looking at anywhere from 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 inches long. So 2 bolts will help do that, and then we can run the wiring. Okay, I took advantage of the fact that I don't have a roof rack anymore and drilled through one of the holes to the other side. There you go. I ended up taking this trim piece off, and I unbolted some of that trim piece as well to pull everything back just enough to get behind the foam so that you can see the wire and the hole up there. So that is just the right size for this wire to fit through, so now I can bring it down and run it down the A-pillar to the important bits. Cool. So I guess I'm gonna have to put some silicone or a rubber gasket or grommet or some shit in there, fill that up, same with these holes, get some bolts, and we can mount this thing down and worry about the wiring. Cool. Okay. I have a 3 1/2 inch long bolt that is 1/4 inch. I got the bolt head going through here, so that way you don't have a long stud and nut sticking out there. And there you go. It sits a little high, but they only had 3 inch or 3 1/2, and 3 inch would start where this thread stopped, so I had to get 3 1/2. But I got some little nylon locking nuts, so that'll hold the light in place, so that's cool. Same on the other side, and I got the wire run, so once that goes down the A-pillar, we're done drilling holes and fucking around with shit, and then we can just run some wires. Cool, dude. Okay, final step is to put some RTV down so you seal up that hole so you don't have, you know, water dripping inside your cab when it rains. So, there you go. Lovely. Okay, so for the wiring diagram here, this should set me up pretty easy. So we got the battery here, the light bar, the relay, and the switch. So I think that is how everything is supposed to be set up. I'm just going to run a positive line from the battery to the relay, and it's also going to jump to the switch. And the switch will activate the coil, but it won't take the full power of the light, because the light will go through the relay for 30 and 87, and then everything just gets grounded. So hopefully it is that easy. I don't know if things have to be separated, or I might have to add a fuse somewhere, but the relay, I'm going to have the relay sit somewhere around here, probably just zip tied to this fucking thing. I'm going to use this main ground point over here just because it's big and I like it. So these are the wires that I ran from the light bar. I got a black one and a white one. The black is going to be grounded. The white one's going to go to the relay. And I just have them running through the hood release boot, because the other one's starting to get a little crowded. So I have that running through there. It comes out. Comes out right there. And then it just goes up. And you'll actually see a hole, pretty big hole, right up there. That correlates to this little panel right here. So I had to take this whole side panel off, and there's my lights. Got the wire running back behind the stuff and up through the roof. So I just got to solder it all together, and I'll show you the rest of the wiring later. Okay, so here's the mess of wiring. So right here we got our relay and our relay socket just chilling. And if we come off the wires, the green one right here I have running to a ground. This black wire right here is from the light bar, so this is also grounded, so they're connected together. And then I'm running this to the main body ground right there. Let's see, the yellow wire right here I believe is the supply. Yeah, it's the supply for the light bar, so that's just soldered to that one. The red wire is the battery, so the red one is connected to two green ones. One the thicker green wire is running to the battery, and this little green wire is running to the interior switch. So that goes into the switch, and then a second wire comes out to the blue, and the blue is the switch. So with all that hooked up, the light bar should work. So we got the light bar set up there. We got our interior switch hooked up, like so. Oops. So if we, come here you asshole, push the button, the light comes on a little bit there. It's hard to see. And we have lights. Cool. So, that's how you make your own wiring harness. Check that shit out. Also make sure that you're using the proper gauge. I opted for 10 gauge wires for the lights, since this does run 250 watts. Actually, no, I think I ran 12 gauge. 10 was recommended, 12 was the minimum, and I had a lot of 12 laying around, so I got 12 gauge. I noticed that the relay is only 14 gauge, so hopefully that's not an issue. But everything else is 12, so cool. This is getting to be a little messy though. Alright, cool. So, got the hole cut. And I also had to cut part of the back out a little bit. I had to notch the bracket just so that the switch would fit. Now it fits in there beautifully. Damn it. There you go. It looks a little weird from the top though. It looks like the switch is lower than it should be, even though if you come down from the bottom it's even. That's a little annoying. Oh well. You better clean that shit up. Make it look all pretty. You. What you think, bruh? Look at that. I think that looks pretty damn good. Yeah. I also covered up all these holes with pennies and shit. Keeps the water out. There you go. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Yeah, this thing's starting to look like a freaking command center. All those switches and lights and other shit. Look at that, there's still light out and you can already see the fucking thing. It is so bright. That is awesome. Oh my god. Oh man. I guess you guys want to see what this looks like when you're driving around. So I might just do that. Looks like a good area to test. So, that's the high beam. That's the low beam. And that's not the light bar. Holy shit, there's the light bar. I'm still trying to figure out if it's aimed a little low or not, but it seems pretty damn good. I could definitely drive this without headlights for sure. This thing is stupid bright, but I might point it up a little bit. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But fuck is this thing bright. big difference. That is a really big difference. Normal headlights. Bright lights. When it's aimed properly, too. Let's check trail use. High beams. Wow, I can see the world. Oh, God. There's the world. Nice. Oh, look at the sides light up, too.
Like LED bars in a belt because it's cheap or some shit. I feel retarded for saying that because LEDs don't get
So there you have it. Motherfucking light bar. I dig it. I dig it a lot.